To begin, I will rule out a straight line on my pattern paper, and this line is going to serve as my shoulder line. I'll take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 14 divided by 2 is 7. I'll mark it on that point, and then I'll come down by 1 inch on the point, and then I'll mark 3 inches for my neck width, and then I'll connect the slope. So after that, I'll go ahead to mark out my armhole measurement divided by 2, which is 14 divided by 2 is 7. I mark that down. I confirm the shoulder measurement on that point, and then I'll go ahead to connect it like so, and then I will extend the line. This line is going to serve as my chest line. So after that, I'll go ahead to mark my bust point, which is 10 inches, my under bust, which is 13 inches, and my waistline 17 inches. I'll mark that on the other side too, 10 inches, 13 inches, and 17 inches. Then I'll go ahead to connect the points with my rule. Then after connecting the points, I'll go ahead to label the lines as the chest line, the bust line, the under bust, and then the waist line. Then I'll go ahead to create my armhole curve. This is the front pattern. So for the armhole curve, I'll measure what I have on my armhole and then divide it by 2. It's 7 there. I'll divide 7 by 2 to get 3.5, and then I will mark that point. So after marking the point, I'll go in by half an inch on that point. Then on my chest line, I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4. This 32 divided by 4 is 8. Then I will connect the points with my rule. Just watch carefully to see how I'll do this. So guys, after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark out my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5. I will mark that down on the chest line, on the under bust, and on the waist line. Then again, I'll connect it with a straight line. Then I'll go up by half an inch on my bust line, and then I will extend this line. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by 1 inch on my bust line, go in by 1.5 inch on the waistline and on the under bust on this side front piece, and then I'll connect with a straight line, and then I will connect with a curve to meet the 1 inch I came down by on the bust line. Then on the center front, I'll go in by half an inch on the under bust and on the waistline, and then I'll also connect with a straight line and also connect with the curve into I came down by on the bust line. Then after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this point into the armhole. But before I do that, I'll go ahead to measure what I have on my armhole, and after measuring, I got 7.5 inches. I'll divide that by 2 and then mark it on the point. Then after that, I'll go up by half an inch and down by half an inch, and then I will go ahead to use my curve to connect into the bust point. So we are connecting to the half inch we went up by on the bust point. Replace the 1 inch, that's the half inch we went up and came down by on that armhole. Then I'll extend the line, then I'll go out by 1 inch on the chest line, and then I'll connect with the curve. After that, I'll go ahead to mark my neck depth. I'm using 3 inches. You can go deeper, it depends on what you are working with. Then I'll go ahead to add 2 inches allowance on my chest line. I'll measure my divided by 4. I'll mark it, and then I'll replace the dart of 2 inches, and then I'll do the same thing for the waist. Divided by 4 is 7, and then I will replace the dart of 2 inches, and then I'll say add 2 inches allowance. So then I'll go ahead to shade this part. We are going to be cutting it out. There is always a slower version of the sped up videos you see on my TikTok, on my YouTube. The link is in my bio. Do well to subscribe. Bye.